The maritime world is changing, and for the better. With help from IMO, exciting and rewarding career opportunities are opening up for women, and a new generation of strong and talented women are responding. They're proving that, in today's world, the maritime industries are for everyone. It's not about your gender, it's about what you can do.
It started as a challenge. They were looking for a male to do what I'm doing, and I challenged them that I as a female can, and I have, and I do.
I'm the first female to have been appointed the Managing Director of Nigerian Ports in its 63 years of existence.
We see more women involved in different departments within the maritime industry. We don't see them in the conventional roles anymore, where cooks and clerks. We see them in engineering, we see them going to sea, you see them in the radio rooms, in communications and intelligence, so it's definitely improved.
Apart from the social imperative to promote diversity in the 21st century, supply and demand in the labor force dictate that the industry simply cannot afford to ignore women, a huge potential workforce. Girls and women today have many options, and they are now strong role models in the maritime sector. But many barriers still need to be overcome.
Well, I would say there are opportunities for women, but those opportunities are not equal. The sector as it is generally has a way of discriminating against women, but as women we need not to allow that or accept it, but we need to sort of kick the doors open and get ourselves accepted in the industry.
We need to be more sustainable. We cannot continue leaving aside 50% of the population.
There's still a lack of awareness of the dynamics of what women bring to the table in the maritime sector.
At first, when I was growing up, I didn't know that there was opportunities to come in the maritime industry, and I didn't know that, hey, females were allowed to be a part of it.
We haven't been using the world's talent pool. I think it's a huge potential in actually starting to get a lot more diversity into the shipping business.
The demand since 2015, we have less officers representing than the demand actually requires. To fill that, we're going to have to look outside of our traditional boundaries, and I think where we're going to find that is incorporating more women into industry.
IMO's gender program has already been running for more than 30 years. When it began, women were often actively prevented from participating in the maritime sector. Training and education opportunities were restricted to males only. So IMO set about changing it in a systematic and targeted way.
As IMO's lead on Women in Maritime, it's been amazing to meet so many women who have benefited from the program over the years, and to hear their amazing stories. The program really has made a difference to so many people.
Today, female participation at IMO's own maritime education institutions is at a record level. The World Maritime University has more than 1,000 female graduates, and IMO's International Maritime Law Institute, IMLI, has become the first UN body to include a requirement that 50% of its places must be reserved for women.
I've acquired a lot of knowledge, both theoretical and practical knowledge, from the World Maritime University that I use in my day-to-day role as the Director General of the National Fisheries.
I think that IMO has described some very strategic approach to educating and training women, and I think it's one that's enviable.
I applied to IMLI, applied for a scholarship, and I was one of the recipients of an IMO fellowship, which is great, but you don't always hear something that says reserved for women. So I was very happy to have received that scholarship from the IMO so I could pursue my studies at IMLI.
So I applied to the World Maritime University, I got a fellowship, and since graduating from the World Maritime University, my career has really skyrocketed.
I believe that IMO invested in women in port management is very important and will make a difference.
We have engineers in our engineering department, and we have a lot of ladies with us now.
I think organizations and associations like WOMAC definitely help. Networking is very important.
And it has also opened up a lot of networks and access to professional and personal growth and access to other women in the industry.
Now there are students in high school that are finding out about the maritime industry now, and that's all because of WOMAC and the IMO.
Women in maritime today are strong, powerful, and constantly challenging old-fashioned perceptions. Women in maritime are standing up for themselves and showing that what matters is not who you are, it's what you can do.
Women are strong, we are wonderful. The women I have worked with in this industry so far they're superstars. They're amazing people, they do a fantastic job, and we learn so much from one another.
We all have the same brain, we can think, we're sharp, we're bright. It requires innovative thinkers, and women are that.
I do operations, search and rescue. I am out there with the guys, taking control.
Diversity means better. That's a fact. It's better for teamwork, better for leadership, and better for profits.
Diversity is good business anywhere. The research shows that companies that have more diverse structures are more profitable.
A modern workplace demands modern practices.
What we're looking for is equal opportunities, equal pay, and recognition.
I think there are a lot of men out there who want to see more women in the workforce. They understand the importance of diversity, how that helps their own teams.
Diversity in any form, whether it's race, religion, cultural background, sexual orientation, whatever it is, it brings something special into the organization.
On board, it's like a mini United Nations. We work with many, many different nationalities, male and female, and nobody really seems to care about gender. It's who you are and the job that you do that matters.
We work differently today. For sustainability and success in the modern world, shipping needs women in the workforce, and women helping to drive the decision-making process.
Women have a crucial role to play in the sector, and it must not be overlooked. They must be part of the decision-making process.
I think there is definitely a push to see more women engaged in the maritime industry.
Jump on board. I think you really have to seek those opportunities that challenge you out of your comfort zone.
We as female, we are strong enough to stand our ground and show them that we could do the same type of work that a male will put to execute.
Technology is forcing us to understand that the nature of how we do work today is different.
Shipping can provide meaningful and long careers for women and young people in general, and this is what we should promote.
In my opinion, there's never been a better time to close the gender gap, and I would encourage all to get on board with gender equality.
It's a good job, it's a lucrative job, and everything is possible. That's all I can say. So go out to sea.